Hey everybody, welcome back to another taste testing video. Today we're going to taste test some cheese, and this is really weird to say this, but for those of you that are new to the channel and don't know John, this is John.
Hey!
If you want to check out some of our older videos, you're going to see him a lot, and you're not going to see me. But for those of you that are wondering, where's John?
Here he is.
Sitting right next to me.
He's right here.
What we have for you today are different vegan mozzarella cheeses. We're gonna make pizza with it and we're gonna try the different ones. We have 6 different flavors. You guys have been asking us to do a cheese review. We're gonna make a flatbread pizza and we're gonna kind of section it into 6 sections.
This is the Daya mozzarella style. And they just reformulated this, right?
They did. So a lot of people know Daya because it's probably the most popular shreds out there. So this is a new reformulated version. The second one we have here is this aged nut cheese from Parmella Creamery. So this is fairly new. This is new. Okay, so I did try this when I went to the expo, but I can't recall what it tastes like. And I just found it last night at our local grocery store, Wegmans. It's a mozzarella made from sprouted brown rice. So it's like kind of like a creamy log here, and it's made in Italy.
That's so cool.
So
I've never even heard of it, so I'm really excited to try this.
Yeah.
This is the mozzarella shreds from Trader Joe's, which is a chain that's northeast. Does it go all the way across the country?
No, it's on the West Coast.
It's on the West Coast. Well, okay, so there's locations all over the place, and they just came out with their own line of mozzarella, vegan mozzarella. And we have a couple of theories on this, but we'll talk about that at the end.
And also check out my Trader Joe video because there's like an almond cheese and a soy cheese that are not vegan. So make sure you don't mix them up. This one says vegan right on it.
Oh yeah, it says it right in the name.
Okay. And then we have, this one is the new, it's called Earth Grown. It's vegan cheese at Aldi. So I just did a video showing you and talking a lot about this. We're gonna taste this today, so the Aldi cheese. And then last but not least, you've heard me, if you've seen my videos, you've heard me talk about Miyoko's mozzarella, which right now this is by far my favorite vegan mozzarella. She makes great cheeses, so we're gonna throw that on the pizza too. So let's start tasting them.
All right, so we'll start with the Daya, because a lot of people already know Daya. And
this is what it looks like. It does look a little different than the original formula. I can tell. It tastes like a little waxy off the bat. I probably wouldn't eat it raw like this. Some people would want to put like something like this on a salad or something. I personally probably would not do that. It's not bad, but
it's just a weird, it's a texture thing. It's not really a flavor thing. It's very, like you said, very waxy, very stiff. Plasticky. I hate using that word, but
they do have other flavors too. They have like a cheddar and like a pepper jack, and then they have a blend of both.
All right, next we'll try the Trader Joe's, which really a lot thicker than the Daya shreds for sure.
Yeah, this reminds me of like the block of Violife Parmesan when you grate it up.
Yeah. It's actually got like a sharp kind of taste to it too.
Again, personally, I probably wouldn't eat this raw like this. I want to see how it melts.
Let's do the aged nut cheese here.
This is the company Parmella. And they also have a few different flavors. Right here we have the mozzarella. They have the pepper jack and the cheddar. So these are longer shreds. I don't know if that's just like a batch thing or... That's a little creamier almost than the waxier ones. I can almost... So far, this is my favorite that is not cooked.
And you can tell that it's aged. You get that kind of, that right at the end of the bite, you know? It's really good.
1979, yeah.
And you want to do this one next?
Yes, that's Aldi.
This is the Aldi shred.
Now, our theory is Aldi and Trader Joe have, I don't know exactly, but they're somewhere like with the same owners or partner owners or something like that. So a lot of people have been talking about these cheeses actually being the same cheese repackaged. They do taste very, very similar. I guess there's a slight difference, but you can't really tell too much.
They both have that same flavor right when it hits your mouth.
And it looks the same too.
Very, you know, that's a little darker than that, but
tiny bit. What and the ingredients, are the ingredients the same?
they're not they have a lot of the same ingredients, but they're not listed in the same order.
Okay.
So I really don't know what that means, unfortunately.
I don't know either. I'm not sure. There could be like an actual name brand company that makes both of their cheeses. And this is the Rizella, because it's made with rice.
I've had a rice flavored cheese.
Oh, it comes in another. Look at that, a double package.
Just when you think it's like opening presents and somebody keeps putting it in a smaller box.
Smaller.
And then it's just a gift card at the end.
It's a little shred.
So I've had rice cheese before years ago and it was not very good. So I'll be interested to see how far along they've come in the last 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, the cheese has been cut.
You know, and it comes in a little package like, remember the brand Teas by Chicago Vegan Foods? That's what it looks like. Look at that. Let's cut a little piece of that off.
Break me up a piece of that cheesy log.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Kit Kat. So look at that. It looks cool. Let's try a little bit. It's wet.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good.
I'd be interested to see what happens when we throw it on a pizza.
Yeah, I want to check it on pizza. The only way I can describe it is it's good. It doesn't have a very strong flavor. It's almost bland, but not in a bad way. And then we have Miyoko, so we're gonna open this. And I've already tried this many times, but we're gonna try it again. And we have a little shredder here that we can shred it with. But let's cut a little piece off. Now it has a whole different consistency when you freeze it than when you don't freeze it, and I did freeze this one, so it's thawed out now and it's a little crumbly.
You do that so it's easier to break apart on the pizza?
Yeah, well I did it so it wouldn't go bad because I've had it for a little bit.
Oh, gotcha.
However, I wouldn't normally freeze it. I like to shred it now on the shredder or form it into like little cylinders, circles, and then put it on the pizza and let it melt like that. So again, I have nothing but good things to say about Miyoko's cheese. So now we're gonna put this on a pizza. We're gonna see how it melts, if it stretches, and how it tastes. All right, well this is our pizza, if you can see that. Okay, so it looks delicious. You guys hungry? We're gonna cut it down in strips.
This reminds me of like what high school lunches used to look like, that kind of cheese.
Okay.
Thanks.
There's the Dea.
The second one is the Trader Joe's.
And then we have the Parmella.
Mm-hmm.
We let it cool for a little bit, so. And then we have Aldi. And then the rice one, which I'm excited to try that. And then Miyoko's. Look at that. It just,
yeah.
It looks like a real. Okay, so now we're gonna have to cut across.
You want me? Let's do one of these,
Yeah,
huh?
we'll do one of those. Oh, look at that. Those are probably too big of a.
Yeah, for us to be taste testing. That's a lot of pizza.
It is.
I got leftovers for 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay, so that should be good as far as the taste test goes.
You want to, let me get us a couple of plates, huh?
Yeah, a couple of plates, maybe a napkin.
Eh.
No, we don't need napkins, we got beards. I gotta say, this looks really good.
First one is Mr. Dea, or
Okay.
Mrs. Dea.
Dea's the first one, and it looks like it melted really well. And you also have those like, it looks like how I remember the real cheese pizza melting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, stretchy. It's good. It's really good.
I gotta say, Dea reformulated their cheese. I wasn't a huge fan before, but this is really good. I don't recommend eating it before it's, you know, cooked or melted, but when it's melted on pizza, it's really good.
The next one is...
Why don't we do this? That's a big piece. Okay. The next one's Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's mozzarella. It looks like it melted pretty well.
Now this type of cheese, the way it melted, it reminds me of what the pizza looked like when I went to like middle school and high school. Like very just uniformly melted across. It's stretchy.
Semi-stretchy. Much better once it's melted.
Great flavor. I like this cheese. I like this Trader Joe's cheese for sure.
So Trader Joe's and the Aldi one, which we're going to get to in a second, looks almost the same. So it's very likely that the same company made it.
You want to go to the Aldi one?
Let's go to the Aldi just to see if it. Okay. It's got the same stretchiness.
It looks almost identical. I mean,
right out of the oven, it's very liquidy. So let it cool a little bit. We let ours cool down for maybe 10 minutes or so. It's very, very similar. Mm-hmm. Maybe a slight different taste, but I can barely notice it. Here's the thing with that. The Aldi cheese it's really cheap. And I believe it's gluten-free. It is. It's gluten-free. It's cheap. I think it was only like $2.89. Don't quote me on that, but it's very cheap. Whereas the other ones like Daya and stuff are upwards of like $5 or $6.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's definitely worth it if you have a Trader Joe's to grab that mozzarella if you want to make pizza like this. And now we're gonna try the Parmella. So this is a newer one for me.
Very distinct flavor.
It's got it's more of a, it's got a good taste. Mm-hmm. And the taste it like hits you more than these ones do.
Yeah. Must be the aged part, huh?
Yeah.
You know? Now the only thing is, it did not melt.
It stayed in the little shreds. If you don't mind that, you can check it out. It is a little more pricey, and I don't know, does it stretch? It doesn't stretch. I don't know if, I mean, we cooked the pizza, it's browned on the edges. The pizza was definitely done. So, it gets a plus on the taste.
It just didn't melt. It just didn't. It would come in last on the melting properties, but the flavor, it's really delicious.
It's got a really good taste. Now we're trying this one with these rice mozzarella. You can see that. I've never tried this on a pizza. It doesn't stretch.
It is gooey.
It's not bad. It doesn't have an overwhelming taste. It doesn't stretch. It looks nice, but it's pretty expensive. It was $8 for that little log.
$8.
$8. If it's all you can find, maybe check it out. I don't know if you're gonna wanna, if you're shopping on a budget, you're probably not gonna wanna get this all the time. And that brings us to our next one, which is Miyoko's mozzarella. I don't need to taste this. I already know how it tastes.
This is what we make most of our pizzas with, huh?
That is some good mozzarella. Miyoko's doesn't really stretch either. It is a little pricier. It's about between $6 to $8 for one of these, which will fit your entire pizza. It tastes amazing. If you're looking for that cheese that you're missing as far as mozzarella goes, she has a lot of artisan cheeses as well. She's got a vegan butter, and now she's got like the pub cheeses. But this cheese is my favorite to make pizzas with. I like making margarita pizzas and stuff like that, just simple pizzas like that. I also made it in like my meatball subs, and you can eat it raw. And I always say, like, you know, it is a little more pricey, but you know, think about it. If you're gonna make a pizza this big, you know, a large pizza, it's gonna cost you between $6 to $8 for the cheese, and then you can find, like, I got a can of sauce. You can make sauce yourself, but you can buy a thing of sauce for $1, and then dough you can make yourself. So for under $10, you can make a pizza, a large pizza to feed you and a bunch of friends. I also do have a coupon code for Miyoko's, which I'll link in the bottom. If you order from her site, you'll get 20% off, I believe. Anyway. What is our final consensus of the cheeses? Miyoko's is going to come in first for taste wise. I would say that second in taste would probably be between either Daya or the Parmella for me.
Okay.
And then the Trader Joe's would be tied with Aldi, and then this one over here, the rice one, not bad. I don't know where I would probably. I might tie it with the Trader Joe and the Aldi. As far as melting goes, I think the Dea melted the best for stretchiness. Miyoko's melts perfect too, as far as, you know, cheese that is melting that looks like cheese, but it doesn't stretch. Price wise, obviously it's going to be Aldi. It's the cheapest one here.
I wouldn't mind any one of these. I would have to say my ranking is probably right up there with yours. Miyoko is a solid first. Dea is definitely second. I would go with the 2 Aldi Trader Joe's as my third. The nut cheese, only because I really like the melted look of a pizza, and that's just, I mean, the flavor's good, just, you know, for the whole package. Really expensive artisanal cheese. And then I would say this would be my last because it didn't have a lot of flavor, but I like the consistency. The mouthfeel was really good. Put a little garlic powder, you know, flavor it like you would a regular pizza, and you know, it's delicious. So I wouldn't be disappointed with any one of these. Probably go with the cheapest one if I ate pizza once a week, you know.
Right. And I totally agree. Like, again, don't get me wrong on when I rank them here. They're all good. All of them are good. And Dea was one that I was kind of, you know, getting sick of Dea and everything. But with their new reformulated cheese, you know, it's on point. So
yeah,
I think that's a pretty accurate assessment of our review of the vegan pizza cheeses.
Years ago, we used to use this cheese called Veganrella all the time. That kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and that's sort of what this reminds me of.
Yeah, it came in a block. Yeah, it came in a block, and you would shred it up. And when I first tried it, I was like, oh my god, you know. I'm like, made a sandwich with it. I put extra on there, and it was just like, that was like the new thing. But now we have so many different varieties, and like I say, if you don't like a vegan cheese, don't give up. Try another one, because there's so many out there. This is just 6 of them, and there's still a lot more out there. So, and depending on where you live too, and you can make your own as well.
Oh yeah, Miyoko has her own cookbook on a bunch of different cheese recipes.
I actually have a video of Miyoko making one of her cheeses, so you can check that out, how Miyoko makes her cheese.
The one on the cruise, or?
Yep, the one on the cruise. And then I go to her facility to see how she makes some of the other ones.
Yeah, we're really excited for what she has in store with all her products. You also used to, years ago, you used to put tofu cream cheese on it.
Yeah, so
with pineapple pizza.
So that's one of the ways that I would make. I have a stuffed pizza. You can check that out. It's like a broccoli spinach stuffed pizza, and I kind of take a little bit of that tofu cream cheese and I put it down on the dough first before I put the sauce on it, and then the spices, and then the veggies, and then the other layer of the crust. Delicious. I highly recommend checking that out if you've never had it before.
Well, I mean, this video is only shredded to shreds.
Right.
And then we're going to be putting out another video with the slices, but there are more than just those two. I mean, we've got the Parmesan here. There's a ton of different tree line. Remember tree line cheese?
Tree line.
That's more of like your spreads, right?
Artisanal cheeses and stuff like that.
But that's like your fancy, you're having like a grape juice and cheese party.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like you want to spend that. But Miyoko's flavors are amazing when it comes to that. I mean,
and this is just what we can find here on the east coast of the United States. I mean, you might live in another country where you have delicious I know Violife is from, they're a company from Greece, and they have their brand all over Europe. I haven't seen it here yet, but I have heard that they are in select places here in the United States. And I believe they make the basis for the cheeses Follow Your Heart and Chow, which are really good cheeses too. I hope you guys liked the video. Give us a thumbs up if you did. Let us know what you would like us to test next. John, do you have anything else?
I don't think so. I'm just looking forward to keep tasting food with you.
All right, then watch out for zombies, and we'll see you guys in the next video.